First time ever.
Whoa!
Webcamception.
All you listeners out there can see this.
Yeah, video podcast. It's going on YouTube, right? So there'll be video. Yeah.
Hey.
We were playing poker last night, and everyone had a webcam except for me because I'm using my PC, which does not have a webcam. And yeah, I downloaded an app.
Hello.
So
you downloaded an app?
Yeah, so my phone would be my webcam.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, very fancy.
Sounds like it.
It's cool. And I won
Nice.
a lot of money.
I'm shocked.
I won it all. It's my first time with that group. You know?
Wait, what's happening?
I won poker last night.
Hell yeah!
With the large group, and that's why I was talking about my webcam, is because I finally downloaded an app to make it work because everyone had a webcam except for me, and it was I feel like it could be an advantage.
Also, come on, people want to see your face. It's a good face.
Sure.
You won poker like the Packers won the game today. Fuck, man.
Yeah. Let's talk a lot about football today. Real football. Let's not talk about fantasy football.
I mean...
Dick in the ass, butterball, foosball.
What?
That's just the copy pasta that I always say.
Ah. Why? What's going on in fantasy football, Andrew? Are you doing well? Are you winning, son?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
I'm not.
Classic.
My team imploded before the season even started.
That means you're also
Why?
being honest.
Yeah.
Unlike some members of the podcast.
I would never lie about how fantastic my team is doing and about how I have zero regrets over any of my drafting decisions.
Oh, really? You haven't even had any problems yet with your, big decisions. Clyde Edwards-Helaire got 20. That's your only big swings that you've had play so far.
I mean, those decisions were so non-controversial, though. How could they be wrong?
Well, but Eckler is the only questionable one, and he's in game right now. Who knows? He might turn it up. Robert Woods hasn't played yet. T.Y. Hilton was never really supposed to start, if I'm not mistaken. It was always supposed to be Galladay.
Kenny Galladay was out today.
So you haven't really had any decisions to regret yet, necessarily. And at the end of this game, you might regret Eckler a little bit, but it's still in progress.
We'll see.
Anything could happen, just like anything could happen on the 112th episode of the Voluntary Viewing podcast. On the podcast today, we have First Down, Ryan Holtz.
Hey, I'm moving the chains.
Hey. Also on the podcast today, we have 2-point conversion, Andrew Clark.
Hey, I'm seldomly used, but very efficient.
Used 3 times by the Vikings today.
Yep.
And then rounding out the podcast is me, the annexation of Puerto Rico, Lucas DeRuyter.
The greatest trick play of all time.
All time! It's been a week. Do we just want to get into the news?
Yeah, what's y'all's
Sure.
life like?
Oh, God. I mean, just visited Andrew and Jade. That was fun. It's great. Great just seeing people, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then
And nothing bad happened at all.
Oh, I know this story.
So yeah, Lucas visited Jade and I this weekend. Drove up from Chicago. Very nice. Good to see him. I think it was Friday. Lucas and I drove out of town to a small town where we could kind of just walk around, see the Wisconsin River, find a place where we could eat outside that wasn't busy. That was nice. We got to this place where we'd like to eat on the patio because it was pretty big, and outside they're sure, And like every table is open, so like choose whichever table you want. So I specifically chose one particular table. I'm like, this looks like a good table. Best table. Nothing bad's going to ever happen at this table.
No umbrella.
Nope.
Didn't
need one.
No umbrella. Foreshadow.
Yeah, why would you need one?
Right?
It's perfectly clear. No rain in sight.
None.
And so we order some beers, have those. We order some food, waiting for that to come out. And have you ever seen like an old war movie where like a plane, like an old Mustang, like a fighter plane swoops in low and starts like strafing the ground, and the dirt's kicking up and bullets are flying everywhere as they just tear up the ground towards something, and then it gets destroyed by the plane and it flies away. Well, that happened with us, but instead of a fighter plane, it was a flock of birds, and instead of bullets, it was just a payload of shit.
They took us out, man. That was coordinated.
And it was literally the only table that was hit. There was just a strafing run starting like at one end of the concrete, a foot in front of the table, ending a foot behind us, completely covered. Just a hit job.
If you hadn't been wearing your face mask, it would have gone in your mouth.
I wasn't wearing my face mask. It was around my neck. And my face mask did get shit on it, as did literally every article of clothing I was wearing. It got on my pants. I was wearing a leather jacket and a shirt underneath it, and the jacket was unzipped. So it got on the outside of the jacket, the inside of the jacket, and my shirt, and my mask. It got on both hands. And my hair. It was in my hair.
Had you already ordered at this point, or was this before ordering?
We had ordered, but the food hadn't come out yet. They brought the food out, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
Did you? So you ate?
Yes. After we cleaned up.
Yeah.
How could you clean up? There's shit everywhere.
They brought us a bunch of like sanitizer towels and like, towels that were like dunked in like hot water and shit. And we all wiped everything down, used a whole bunch of fucking hand sanitizer, and then ate.
I don't know if I would be able to eat after that, man. I think they would have been understanding if you guys were like, we need to go. We're sorry.
I mean,
I debated, but we made the call to stay.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, it was just literally if I had chosen any other table on the patio, we would have been fine.
Was the meal worth it?
It was pretty good.
As somebody was,
I would, if they said like, "Hey, you could have this meal," but like the price was getting shit on, I would say no.
Yeah.
As someone who had not had a Wisconsin fish fry in maybe a full year, I think yes, it was worthwhile. You know what? If the price is a bird shitting on me to have a nice, relaxing lunch with one of my best friends, worth that price.
Oh, so relaxing.
Right?
It sounds like the fucking Dresden bombing. Like you guys saw it coming, tried to avoid it, like were panicked and...
Oh, no,
like,
we didn't see
horrendously...
it. We didn't know what happened for like a full 30 seconds.
Well, no, that's because Lucas was facing the opposite direction.
Andrew saw it coming.
I saw it happening in real time. And Lucas said, "Oh no, it's raining."
Oh my!
And I'm like, "No." And then he's like, "Is this sand?" And I'm like,
"Oh,
no.
You were feeling it." Oh no! Something about "is this sand" really?
I was just
really drilled it home to me.
I could barely speak.
No, I wouldn't be able to speak. Did it get on your face at all?
No, it did not get on my face.
Okay.
It did get in my hair.
Well,
hair is pretty close. But, yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
It was bad, man.
I never saw the birds. They used the clouds as cover.
Yeah, no idea what did it. For all we know, it could have just been one large bird. Or it could have just been like a fucking flying V formation of smaller birds.
Yikes. Why would they be coordinated? It must have been a large bird.
there was so much of it, and like it was.
I know, but how?
Individual
Why would
impacts? Like
that's not a thing with birds, though. Like they don't shit in unison.
Well, they
it's not
V up, you know.
Sure, absolutely, but they don't shit in unison. Like
I've seen birds shit in unison. I've seen seagulls do that.
What?
Yeah.
Well, so first of all, seagulls don't fly in a flying V. Like that's not
no, but
thing.
they fly in like
so
flocks.
the types of birds that fly in a formation don't necessarily. We've never seen shit in unison. Second of all, I don't know if that's a thing. I think it might have just been a 1 in 100 coincidence that you saw two seagulls shit at the same time.
Is that more or less rare than a seagull shitting on you?
Equal, I don't know. It's one of those diamonds in the rough. Never would have guessed it. I bet you it's just a big bird, and the reason it was like kind of like scattered was because it was higher up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So high dropping ordnance.
Yeah, no, it was an intercontinental ballistic ship. Just launched.
ICBS.
Yep. That bird had irritable bowel syndrome.
Irritable continental bowel syndrome.
Oh, I see Lucas adding that to the titles.
CBS is pretty good.
Irritable continental bowel syndrome.
Or is it intercontinental bowel syndrome?
There's a lot of good ones.
I like ICIBS. That's good.
Wait, what?
Intercontinental irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah, that works.
All right.
It's already unrecognizable from either of them.
ICBM
and IBS. We're so far away from both of them that I don't think it's recognizable anyway. So.
All right, gonna have to workshop the title of this episode. I'm sure we'll get plenty of more material in News of the Week.
Anyone else feel like this next coming piece of news happened like 7 years ago?
Maybe not 7 years, but as I am in Ryan's camp, I've realized, and don't care a ton about this. Yeah, you know what? Not huge.
Yeah.
And that insignificant news to us, to you, is that there's an all-digital Xbox called the Xbox Series S coming, and it's $300 at launch, November 10th. And the Series X, we finally have a price for that. It'll be $500, just like everybody predicted. Why did it take them so fucking long to announce this?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
I don't know. It looks like we're going to get some sort of PlayStation announcement this Wednesday, so they'll try to counter up with that. The thing, though, is that everyone is talking about the fucking Series S, which, as Ryan and I have discussed on the podcast before, like, it's not even, like, really a next-gen piece of hardware.
Yeah.
They're like, it's $300, and, like, the people on the internet are, like, trying to paint it as, like, just as powerful as the Series X, which it is nowhere fucking close. It is Xbox Lite. It's just, like, a current-gen piece of hardware that doesn't have a disk drive.
I think it also only has like 500 gigs of storage, which after operating systems and updates, is that
two war zones? You get to download Warzone twice.
I was about to say, is that even enough for like the entirety of the latest Call of Duty game? I don't think it is.
I think Call of Duty is like 180, and then with operating system that's probably like 80. So yeah, I think Andrew's pretty spot on with after everything else, you'll have room for 2 war zones. So 1 Warzone and like 2 AAA games, basically.
Not even in 4K. Not that Warzone would be in 4K anyway, but
it's very clearly a Game Pass machine. A Game Pass machine for the most casual of casual people.
And the like digital version of the PlayStation 5, as far as I can tell, is not supposed to be like a dumbed down version of the PlayStation 5.
No.
It's just the PlayStation 5 with all of its current hardware except no disk drive, which, will probably knock a few bucks off. But, yeah, it's going to be weird.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Still not clearing my biggest hurdle for this, which is Okay, cool. Xbox seems interesting because of Game Pass, but if I'm just getting it for Game Pass, I should just get a high-end gaming PC, and then I can play Game Pass games and everything not on there. They've yet to answer that question for me.
And I think that's what Xbox and Microsoft as a whole is kind of pivoting to, it seems like, with this. Is just, hey, we'll be a software company. A lot less overhead, and it's kind of where the future is going to be.
Kind of a cheap piece of hardware, or like a high-end gaming PC, and then just a bunch of digital services.
But you guys, it worked for Sega and Atari. They're still titans of the gaming industry, right? Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And if... Oh, what? Sorry, we haven't moved on yet to the X.
Yeah.
$500.
500.
Kind of what we all thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think 500 was pretty much the over-under. So
Can't wait for the PlayStation 5 to be $489.
I thought that they might go significant and make it like 450 or something, and actually try to just like win the generation.
I saw some rumors that like the PlayStation 5 price was going to be $600, and that they Sony's kind of scrambling right now to see if they can get it down to 500. But also a rumor, I don't think we would have seen a PlayStation 5 at 600 anyway. It just seems like too much. I don't think Sony would have gone for that.
Yeah, except for they did it with the PlayStation 3 12
yeah, and
years
it didn't
ago.
work. And that's what I mean. Like
it worked.
Well,
they did fine.
Yeah.
They did fine over the
down the
life cycle of the
line,
console.
but
and I mean, adjusted for inflation, like how much? What did the PS4 launch at? Was it 400 or was it 500?
400.
400 in 2013 dollars or whatever, 2014 dollars.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're probably starting to get up.
Yeah.
In that neighborhood. But yeah, I mean, if that's true, if it was 600, then it probably won't be able to get it down below 500. So, but yeah, also with the Series X, there's a subscription, like purchasing payments plan, where you get the Series X, Game Pass, and Xbox Live Gold for 24 monthly payments of $35, which equals $840.
Yeah.
Which I think is technically a savings, but...
Is it really?
I think so.
How much is Game Pass?
Isn't it like $15 a month?
Really?
I think so.
Who would pay that?
People play games as their only hobby.
Buy them.
Right?
$15 a month, that doesn't take that long.
So I did the math, and so you said it's the Series X and Game Pass for that 2 years, right? That's it? Was there anything else in there?
Xbox Live Gold.
Oh, how much does that cost?
Okay, I'm sorry. Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold together. It's called Game Pass Ultimate, and that's $15 a month.
Yeah, okay. It's literally the same price. You save like 80 cents a month.
Nice.
To do that.
But that's over 24 months.
Yeah. Yeah. So
It's like
80. Wow, it's like $23.
that's like 5 Big Macs.
over 2 years.
Yeah, that seems like an interesting move. Wait, so yeah, $4.99 divided by 24 is 20.8, and then you add 15. No, this is you're actually spending more money.
Oh fuck!
It's $35.79 dollars a month. If you just so never mind. You're right, Andrew. Sorry. Yeah, you're saving 80 cents. Duh.
Yeah. I think it was like 84 cents or something. But yeah, so like just
Worth it.
It's equal. It's not a deal. It's just a different way of paying it. And like, yeah, no, that's fine. Like people, should be able to pay things off in monthly installments without interest if they want to buy this thing. Like that's a good thing. But it's not like a deal.
Yeah. What if I put a down payment on it? Can I get better deals? I'll put $200 down.
Okay, I'll finance 20%. And
What if I parlay my gaming PC?
I wonder how much my gaming PC is even worth nowadays.
Ooh.
I'll trade in my old Xbox. They give me, 30% of its value, off of the Xbox, and then put 15% down. The rest of it is, brought out installments, 5 years, with 3.9% APR.
There you go. You're going to end up paying $1,000 for this console.
Yeah, I was going to say, and after it's all said and done, after 4.5 years, you still owe $800.
The
old student loan method.
What if I give you my soul? How much of that will cover for the Xbox?
I'm glad
purchase?
you asked. With the inclusion of a soul, your APR is lowered to 2.6%.
Ooh,
it's a pretty good deal.
Okay.
Yeah. So that means that you only end up paying $790 for the Xbox.
Yeah.
Over how long?
5 years.
Ooh, that's nothing.
As long as you also trade in your old Xbox and put 15% down.
And your soul.
And your soul.
Although, I mean, like, I think they probably would need an appraiser, right, to evaluate each individual soul and just, like, how worthy those souls are.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll get back to you in a couple of weeks. They're going to send it over to the numbers guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I, like, give you my soul for a couple of days and then I'll get it back while it's appraised? Or, like...
No, they're just appraising your earthly works.
Okay.
They just come out somewhere between, 2 and 8, and they take a couple of pictures, have you sign, and then they'll get back to you.
Cool.
Are they putting your soul on the casting couch? Like, taking pictures? What?
No, it's like to send to the numbers guys to see what it's worth.
Oh, yeah. This
Not
is
that
for a
kinda-
producer. This is so that our producer can see.
Not those kinds of pictures.
I mean, you're the one that said taking pictures.
It's like, okay, if someone comes
Why
out
do
to,
you
like,
picture?
appraise your house or something, they come out to take pictures. They're not, like, filming you.
I don't know, man. I'm iffy on this whole appraisal process nowadays.
The soul appraisal process, you're not down for it?
It's a little sketchy. I think there's some gray moral areas.
Oh,
that need to be.
fucking Ryan over here living in 1920s, keeping his soul in his mattress or buried out back because he doesn't trust the finance guys.
Yeah. I haven't invested my soul into a high yield index fund.
Although
Very
if
old-fashioned.
ever there were a time to keep money in your mattress, it would be the early 1920s.
Yeah. Imagine going back in time. No, stop. No, don't invest in anything. Don't invest a single cent. Please
Cash out, baby.
Please don't. But then, of course, the butterfly effect would happen, and then the Black Tuesday would never happen, and that you just screwed over all these people from decades of just incredible growth and yield. They're like, I'll never forget the day that time traveler from 100 years in the future came.
FDR.
If I ever see him again, I will kill him. And cut back to the year 2011. You're still in high school, and some 115-year-old
FDR is
with a gun.
FDR isn't able to.
Yeah. Herbert Hoover is considered one of the best presidents of all time.
Hitler just takes all of Europe.
I mean, would Hitler rise to power? The downfall of the European economy was completely predicated on the downfall of the American economy.
Well, but the
butterfly
downfall
effect,
of the German economy had been basically in the gutter for the last 20 years because of World War One.
But Europe would be in more of a position to give a fuck about that. They were basically sorry, Germany.
Germany
You're
is
fucked,
still
aren't you?
Germany's still just a shithole. With...
Hitler is just a footnote in a German art history textbook.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, none of us would probably exist if you were able to evade the Great Depression. I imagine that would be big enough butterfly effect to prevent all of our existence. But who knows, man? Maybe we're all depression-proof. Actually, no, yeah. Thinking back to some events in my family history that were very much based on the Great Depression, I'm nearly positive that there's no way I would exist without the Great Depression.
My grandmother actually just gifted me her Great Depression stamp book, or ration book.
Oh, are there still rations in it?
That's a fun heirloom.
Little stamps and shit.
Oh yeah, she only used 6 of them.
Wait, why?
Yeah,
Was she not
because she was
struggling
6.
that hard? Wait, she was
guess
sick.
not.
Hold on, what?
No, she was 6. She was a
Oh,
child.
6 when she had them, and her parents weren't like using hers.
Didn't need to. I mean, my understanding, my
Probably
great-grandfather was a school teacher, so that was kind of a recession-proof job.
Probably could have given them to other families in need.
That's fair. Yeah.
I'm not going to judge your ancestors that hard, but I mean,
I don't
feels like that's a pretty big waste of just like, we don't need it.
Hey, man, I've not been in contact with the Brathwaite side of the family ever, so I don't know. I don't know what shook out there.
I think you should really shake things up at the next family reunion.
Just
How fucking disgusting and bougie were our ancestors? He was a school teacher. He probably had starving kids in his classroom, and he didn't give a single ration. Oh, man.
Un-American.
Twitter, do your thing.
Oh, God. Cancel my great-grandfather. Fantastic.
Great-great-grandfather,
Join the
right?
likes of Attila the Hun. Great-grandfather.
Oh, I thought it was your great-grandmother that passed down the rations.
Nope. Just my grandma.
My great-grandmother was the generation that went through the heat of the Great Depression, so kind of assumed it was How is your family like old? Like did your grandma, was she
my
old?
Parents
when
are
she had
both in like their mid-50s.
That's not old. That's pretty normal-ish. Maybe ever so slightly old, but not like crazy.
I think both of my grandparents waited until they were in their early 30s to have kids, and that might be why. Right?
Creating like some sort of generational gap. Yeah, I guess my dad's also definitely more like late 40s, so might have had some room to squeeze in a generation gap there. Fun times.
And Nintendo is squeaking in a prequel to Hyrule Warriors. I need to wake the fuck up. Sneaking in a prequel to Breath of the Wild in a Hyrule Warriors type game. Yeah. Andrew, you getting this?
No. I mean,
so this is not Breath of the Wild?
No, it's not. This is... But they know exactly what they're doing. So I'm going to take this away from you, Lucas, because I don't want you trying to poison the minds of America's youth. Hyrule Warriors was a game that came out a couple years ago that is a spin-off of a series of games called... What was the name of the game, Lucas? Something Warriors?
No, don't help him, Lucas. He took it away from you.
Dynasty Warriors, that's what it was. Which is just like a hack and slash game. And they're like, fuck it, it's Legend of Zelda, but hack and slash. And it I don't think it's canon. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just a game. And then they're like, oh, everyone liked Breath of the Wild, and Breath of the Wild 2 isn't going to be out for a while. So we made a prequel to Breath of the Wild, but it is just the hack and slash Dynasty Warriors game, but with the same art style as Breath of the Wild. And they're definitely marketing it as another Breath of the Wild game, even though it's not. It is Legend of Zelda with cell shading and giant spin move attacks that kill 30 fucking goblins in one swipe.
You mean the best part of video games?
Sure. And weird combos and shit. Probably not going to be an awful game. Probably going to be fun or whatever. But it is not a actual Breath of the Wild game. It's not even really a Legend of Zelda game. Because I saw the trailer, I'm like, whoa, wow, this looks fucking cool. And then it's fucking Dynasty Warriors shit. I'm no.
Everyone, I'm looking forward to playing a video game as Zelda, Mipha, or Bosa. Having a great time catching up with those characters. I'm down. I'm down for 50 on this. I'm down for 60 on this.
Are you down for 70 on this?
Maybe we can get the DLC. I don't give a shit. Take my money, Nintendo.
So that sounds like 70.
I'm down for 80 on this. How high can you go?
I've got 80. I hear 80, going once, going twice, going twice. Do I hear 90? Do I got a 90?
85.
85 to the gentleman of the front. I got 85, looking for 90, and one, going once, going twice. Sold to the gentleman for $85. Oh, $200.
Just fighting himself, wanting to give away as much money as possible.
Wow, those people with very similar voices really seem to be fighting for this one.
You can't see me putting
just
on and taking off the
Miyamoto
fake
out there
mustache on
trying
an
to-
audio podcast.
True.
Miyamoto's
I also think you
just
might be
shouting from
slightly
the
delayed,
crowd,
Lucas.
trying to increase, demand.
Oh. Okay, if
Is
I'm
Lucas
slightly delayed,
for you, Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy,
just
I'm
make
going to quit the call and then rejoin. Okay? Everybody keep recording.
sure.
So that fucking Lucas guy, right? Just
Yeah, man.
just a piece of shit.
Just really ruining my auctioneer bit with his delay.
Wow, I am sorry.
Maybe now you're good?
Maybe it's on your guys' end, huh? You ever think of that?
Is that how it works?
Yes.
That's the old saying, right? If you only encounter assholes throughout your daily life, they're all assholes. That's the saying.
Sure.
Crazy.
That doesn't sound like a deeply unhealthy mindset.
Yeah. That's you, Lucas. That's your mindset, so you can't call it deeply unhealthy.
Lucas is deeply unhealthy, and he knows it.
I also know that No More Heroes 3 has been delayed to 2021. But they're bringing on illustrator of The Boys, Derek Robertson, to do some artwork, so that's cool.
I don't think I've actually ever seen any The Boys comic book art somehow.
The costuming definitely shines through on the show. I think the only one that really changed significantly is the Deeps, but yeah, there's an impact.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. Lucas, give me an elevator pitch for No More Heroes 3.
So
Elevator pitch.
So what if you played a video game where the main character that you play as was a gamer, but the entire game was used to explore why gamer culture is awful?
I'll pay $70.
Yeah!
That's fun.
It is. I can't wait.
Very self-referential.
It's really on the nose about some of the stuff too, and I love it.
What if we made a TV show about movie about sexualizing children, but the point of it was to say that sexualizing children is bad? God.
Are we talking about the cuties finally?
Have you seen Cutie? Or at least like some of the reactions?
Yeah.
I've definitely seen the reactions. Yes.
Guys, it's bad.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't misrepresented, man. It's pretty fucking
I
bad.
have heard people saying that it was very misrepresented.
I'm sure you did. I don't know if you've seen any clips, but
I'm gonna have to watch this movie now, I think.
I don't know if you'll be able to, man.
Oh boy.
I'm not
It
willing
is-
to watch this just to prove my point.
Yeah.
So I'm
I've
gonna
seen-
cede on this one.
You can see some clips, and fuck, man. Like, no.
Oh no, I saw some clips and I saw the reactions.
Just
Yeah.
no. Like, it's not. It's indefensible.
Wow.
It's literally like, let's show a vagina shot of this 11-year-old where it's literally up close, only on her vagina. Like, it's super fucked. I don't know how the fuck Netflix thought it was cool. Like, I got the whole, coming of age. Like, the whole point is that it's like, a repressed Muslim girl trying to express herself. Like, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
That does not explain the cinematography and the directing that was used in this movie.
Okay.
Like, I think that the people that were defending it with the poster were saying that it was misrepresented because, like, it's an important movie, yada, 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 and they had never seen it. And, no, man, it's fucking bad. There's one scene where they're dancing in an abandoned place that they're not supposed to be, and then two janitors who are, like, middle-aged men catch them and are like, hey, you're not supposed to be here. So they, like, sexually dance for them, and then, like, one of the guys is clearly, like, implied to be a pedophile and, like, super into it, and then they, like, let them go without any trouble. Like, it's pretty fucked, man.
Wait, is this a movie or a documentary?
It's a movie.
Oh, I thought it was a documentary.
No, they casted, they looked at between 500 and 700 11 to 13-year-old girls.
Oh no. Okay, I definitely fucking did not know what this was then. I was led to believe it was a documentary.
To see who could best hump the floor and perform literal stripper moves. Like, it's just beyond defense. I get the plot, but was that a ship?
What?
Yeah, that sounded like a ship's horn. It was like. Well,
we did watch The Lighthouse last night, so maybe Lucas just brought some of that shit with him.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, it could have been about a repressed Muslim woman who was like 18 or 19, and everything would have been definitely a lot more acceptable. But no, it wasn't. And the cinematography is literally like a pedophile's wet dream.
Oh.
Like, it's fucked, man. It is softcore child porn. So, yeah. The
Venture Bros is canceled.
Yeah, you seem excited about it in the planning time. Like, exclamation point! Woo!
No, that's like the Venture Bros got canceled.
Oh my god!
What? How? Why?
Maybe because it takes them 4+ years to make a season.
Then why was it uncanceled for 17 years? It especially when its final season was being written by the sound of it, it's baffling. And there are a couple theories going around, one of which is that Warner Media was recently acquired. Venture Bros being a high-quality animated series, obviously really expensive to produce. That might have gotten axed from, I believe it's AT&T that owns Warner Media now. Or, I don't know, fucking some kind of contract renegotiation resulted in this getting canceled because the official Adult Swim Twitter account put out a statement saying, yeah, we want Venture Bros to come back too, and we're working with the creators to figure out how to do that. So, somebody fucked around and found out maybe, but not ideal situation. Not great.
Yeah. It's the world we live in, baby. They're literally looking at an Excel spreadsheet and see a budget item that clearly doesn't look like the others and is like, why don't we cut this? And then they do.
Mm-hmm. That's how it goes.
You're probably going to see more of it over the next few decades until someone finally says, maybe media shouldn't be controlled by one conglomerate.
Or maybe they say the only media ever produced should be controlled by one conglomerate, and the AI that both produces, writes, creates, and schedules it.
Schedules?
Yeah,
never.
No, right? They're coming for your jobs too. The fucking movie bots.
It takes a human touch to properly schedule,
to slot a show.
Okay, wow.
Okay,
I have never been more belittled in my entire life.
Right, Ryan? That was a call out on you specifically.
Jesus Christ.
That was not supposed to sound the way that it did.
Look, Andrew, I know it's really bad work in comparison with selling shit buckets, but
hey.
Oh.
That is something that absolutely, that
you
that
can't hurt me. I know what I am.
Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, obviously, eventually, scheduling could be replaced by robots, but where it stands now, it could not. Like, it's not there. You'd get some really wacky glitches where they're like, oh. And then, to optimize strategy, we will air this show on Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, depending on the frame of time that the moon is in. Like, fuck, no. That's bad, bro.
Yeah, witch scheduling.
I'll say.
Witchcraft.
Let's do it.
Mercury is in retrograde, which means we should show Seinfeld reruns back to back.
What happened with the whole, they stole the moon controversy that was going on in witchcraft?
What?
Yeah, that was a thing on Twitter.
I saw a thing where it's they stole the sun. Is that an extension of that?
Oh, no, they hexed the moon. They hexed it. They didn't steal it. They put a hex on the fucking moon, and that was gonna kill everything. It was a whole thing.
I did see some weird shit on Twitter today saying that clearly the sun was replaced. they're like, clearly you can see, from these two pictures taken with, fucking filters. They're like, the sun used to give off this like faint, warm yellow glow, and now it's clearly like fluorescent and just too bright. And it's a fake sun, and they either blocked out or killed the sun and replaced it with a fake sun, or it's a dome. They're trying to get to the bottom of it. They'll keep us posted.
Yeah.
Are they?
I'm glad that we have top minds working on it.
Yeah.
Are they? I, for one, am shocked to find out that the sun looks different at different seasons. This is news to me.
Or with different types of air quality and.
What if we put a Dyson sphere around the original sun?
And then we could have basically unlimited energy.
Yeah.
I mean, we would die of, frostbite.
Well, no, we put a new sun in, an artificial sun.
Oh, powered by the old sun?
Yeah, powered by a Dyson. It's not very efficient, but we did it.
It operates at like a 99% efficiency, but, still, no fucking point.
I mean, what if we found a way to like move it closer, so it only had to be like half of the sun, then we were able to use the other half for energy?
It's 50% closer, operates at 50% efficiency.
Yeah.
No change.
What if we take the sun and push it somewhere else?
That's what I'm saying.
Although we don't get any UV rays.
Oh.
So.
Aww. I love UV rays. Everyone's favorite cancer causers.
How am I supposed to get that sick tan, bro? Swimsuit season is almost over.
Can you get vitamin D from a fluorescent light?
No.
Ooh.
You can get it from food.
I just did a shit ton.
Yeah,
of
but doesn't that food need it from this? Like, doesn't the food chain travel up through the sun though?
I mean, we have grow lights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that they
That's
would
true.
be using grow lights. Hopefully. I don't know if I can know. Maybe not.
More than ever now that marijuana is increasingly illegal.
Illegal or legal?
Legal.
I feel like
Not
if it's legal,
for
then
long.
they wouldn't use grow lights.
No,
'cause they don't have to hide it.
a lot of pot has to be grown inside like warehouses.
Really?
Yeah.
Even when it's legal and doesn't have to be like hidden?
Yes. Some of it is a worry of theft, and another part of it is they've been growing these strains indoors, secluded for so long that they're not totally sure what's going to happen if they introduce it to the elements. Less control.
So they've been growing it illegally for so long.
Yes.
They don't know how to grow it regularly.
Correct.
Yeah. They don't know how to put it in a field and hire an armed guard or whatever.
Yep.
Well, that's fun.
Any fun stuff happening in film or other?
Tenet trailers are all over the place.
Fuck!
I've gotten very good at muting them.
Is there
Yeah, same here.
is there a video on demand option yet, or are we still out of luck?
There's not going to be one for at least a month or two.
Oh God.
They did open up the theater that's down the street from me, and they're like 40% capacity, cleaning all the time. I'm like, I'm really debating.
It's not worth it. Don't die for a Christopher Nolan movie.
Honestly, I can't think of anything else I'd rather die for.
I mean, you guys almost died to get shit on by a bird, so
True.
doesn't sound... One of those might be more enjoyable than the other.
No, we got through no corona from the weekend, but we do both have bird flu now.
Yeah.
Oh. God damn it.
Which one's worse?
You guys start a bird flu epidemic.
Just because we got shat on in Sauk City.
Of course it was in Sauk City. I should have known. Where'd you go? What was the place called?
The Vintage.
I think I've been there, yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah. Covered in shit, but still nice.
You want to know what's also shit?
What?
Gender reveal parties in the meme corner.
The memes.
Hey.
Hey.
So yeah, like real quick one. I don't think this meme lasted very long, but after one of those fires, one of them, we got so many goddamn fires. One of them was revealed to be caused by a gender reveal party explosion again. People started posting a bunch of memes of like catastrophic events with like it's a girl or like it's a boy. So like the, fucking asteroid hurtling towards the dinosaurs with a pink trail. All the dinosaurs yelling, "It's a girl," before being obliterated. Shit like that. Good fun.
Just classic stuff,
Andrew explained to me what the Cactus Jack thing is, and I hate it, but explain it to our audience, Andrew.
It's just so funny to me. So, Travis Scott, famous rapper, you all know him, you all love him, also known as Cactus Jack as like one of his nicknames, has his own like celebrity meal at McDonald's. I think I saw this was the first time that McDonald's has done a celebrity meal since Michael Jordan. And Travis Scott's celebrity meal is, I think it's a double quarter pounder with cheese, bacon, and lettuce, fries with barbecue sauce to dip them in, and a Sprite. And so, like, you can get that meal at McDonald's for $6. McDonald's give us money.
Yeah.
And supposedly the way you order it is you go to the the counter and say, "Cactus Jack sent me," to which the employees have to reply, "It's lit." And then they give you this fucking meal. And there's been memes going around of like fucking white yuppies going to McDonald's and saying, "Cactus Jack sent me." Employees saying it's a lit with a gun to their head. Just on the verge of tears.
Yeah. I've also seen videos of robberies of McDonald's.
Yeah.
You just superimpose Cactus Jack sent me. Yeah.
So dumb.
Extraordinarily dumb.
I'm going to order one. But
okay, fine. Tell me if they actually say it's lit, though.
I'm not going to say Cactus Jack sent me. I want to see if they will just take the order without having to do that.
I don't think they're allowed to give you the food unless you say Cactus Jack sent you.
I want to see at the drive-through.
I mean, like you have to do it at the drive-through. I don't think McDonald's are open in person.
There's absolutely like takeout.
Oh yeah.
At McDonald's. You guys went to a sit-down restaurant and you think there's no takeout?
No, I mean, like, at least the McDonald's by me and all the other ones in Madison, like, the lobbies are closed. You have to go through the drive-thru.
Huh.
Better than nothing.
That's weird.
And, like, the takeout is, like, you go to the parking lot and someone will bring it out to you.
Like a Sonic?
That's not takeout, then.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's their equivalent. At least in Madison, like, you cannot enter the McDonald's.
Why would you not go through the drive-thru though? If you were just
I don't know. I haven't done it. I don't know why people do it. Because that way you still have to order ahead of time and then drive there and park and wait instead of just going through the drive-thru. I guess technically you might shave like a minute off your time if they like are getting it ready while you're driving over, but still.
But a lot of the takeout, they won't even let you. What's it called? They won't start preparing your food until you're there, so that it doesn't wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no idea why people would do it.
I mean, I do it with restaurants that don't have drive-thrus.
Right. Yeah, that's fine. But like, I don't know why you would do it at McDonald's.
Don't want to wait in the drive-thru? You want to time it out perfectly?
Yeah, but like I said, they won't prepare it until you get there.
No.
So there is no way to really time it. Mm. Because if you cause them to be late, they might have to throw out the food and restart it. So it'd be a waste.
Mm.
So, IDK, bro. I do it for Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And it's tasty.
God, can I Postmate? No, wait, it's Sunday. But whatever.
Also,
yep. Whatever, they're a terrible company anyway.
You've been duped. Also, like, I guess the McDonald's, like, some McDonald's employees are getting, like, these custom McDonald's Cactus Jack shirts they're supposed to wear to work that they've just been selling them for hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I guess I can't be too mad if McDonald's employees are actually making money off this dumb shit. So, all right, fine.
I don't think there's anything wrong with like Travis Scott getting a celebrity meal. I just am wondering why he's the first one they've done in like 20 years.
Can't do it too often, then it stops being special.
Yeah. Travis Scott.
Yeah, he was
the biggest celebrity.
He was in Fortnite, Andrew.
Yeah, no, Travis Scott is a huge celebrity. He's like one of the biggest names in music right now. I like listening to Travis Scott a lot. But like Michael Jordan was the most famous athlete ever at the time.
Yeah, I don't know if Travis Scott is that famous.
That's what I'm saying.
I think like, he might be in a little bit of a bubble where like he's definitely big in our circles, but I don't think Travis Scott is that.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like Travis Scott is very famous, but he's not anywhere close to how famous Michael Jordan was.
I don't even know if he's very famous. I think
he is
run-of-the-mill famous.
I think he's very famous.
I think you guys misunderstand how much cachet Fortnite carries with it. Travis Scott, the only other people who have been in Fortnite are the Avengers and Thanos. So the celebrity hierarchy goes Thanos, Travis Scott, the Avengers, then Wolverine.
Pretty sure it wasn't like Aquaman.
Yeah, that's not even true at all.
Yeah.
And like fucking
John Wick
and like name a million other people that have absolutely had skins.
Harley Quinn.
Well, John Wick was in the game at the start, so he doesn't count.
Fake John Wick was in the game.
Fake John Wick, yeah. The real John Wick eventually was put into the game.
With the real John Wick, please stand up.
Yeah, he's the one with slightly more polygons. And when I say slightly, I mean slightly.
Yeah, I think his suit might be like one shade of black darker.
You know what? Yeah. That's intended. You're not supposed to be able to pick John Wick out of a lineup.
What about like every single football player?
Oh, that's
true. That's also a thing.
Except not Michael Vick for a second, I think. Am I remembering that controversy right?
I don't know about that one.
Michael Vick was not in football.
Oh, it was some controversial football player whose number was in the game, and then they immediately patched it out. I think I remember that happening.
Controversial football player. I wonder who it is.
I'm sure we'll get into even more controversial stuff in the breakouts. You guys checking anything out?
The boys!
Oh shit, we're going into the group chat, but before then, just want to give a quick shout out. Chainsaw Man said, fuck Nazis, and I appreciate that.
Do they want a cookie?
Yeah, good job.
Yep.
God damn it.
Cool, you have a leg up over Ubisoft.
Yeah.
You have a leg up over Check's Notes.
Tom
the
Clancy.
White Nationalist Party?
Yeah.
You can just say Republicans.
Hey.
Bow, 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 bow.
Definitely the party of white nationalists.
Yep.
That Venn diagram is becoming eerily like a circle.
It's a little like ovoid right now, but no, definitely closing in.
Okay, so here's the thing with the football players from Fortnite. Mm-hmm. Actual football players were not in it. It was just the team's, uniforms, and I think you could choose the number. So then, like people were, having, Michael, basically Michael Vick, but not actually Michael Vick, but then the dog backpack. And O.J. Simpson and Hernandez, Aaron Hernandez and shit. And people are like, look at me, I'm edgy. And I don't think they necessarily did anything about it.
Oh boy. God, where do we start with this episode of The Boys? Definitely more low-key, definitely less expensive than the previous episode, which totally
Some
understandable.
Heart-to-hearts.
Yeah.
This episode of The Boys had a little something for everyone.
9 out of 10 on IGN.
Wow, I would have thought We Didn't Start the Fire alone would have got them to a 9.5.
It had a little something. For no one. The Liberty reveal, can I just say, was like the most fucking obvious thing that had ever happened in all of TV.
A little bit.
And I don't know if they intended it to be like that, but the minute they started talking about Liberty, I was like, yeah, that's Stormfront. Like, duh.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like, I'm Liberty. I don't show my face, and I beat up black people.
I mean, I knew it from like 2 episodes ago. They're like, there's this old soup from the 40s. I was like, okay, so that's Stormfront.
No, I didn't put 2 and 2 together until like this most recent episode, but I definitely wasn't shocked at all.
I mean, it was
like,
literally
oh my
also
God.
Stormfront's voice, like in that clip.
And
Like-
speaking in the very, it very heavily hinted.
And maybe it wasn't supposed to be that like important because they revealed it obviously pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't like. I was waiting for that to be like a 5-episode arc and be like, no, this is the most obvious thing ever. But I guess they just revealed it like a few minutes later. So
Now the question is she a mortal or a clone or some shit?
or like, do superheroes age? Have we seen old superheroes?
Not yet.
I assume that like we have seen, or like we haven't seen as the audience, but I assume that most superheroes do age because they've referenced other old superheroes before, and they are shocked that Liberty isn't an old person.
But they haven't seen old superheroes, at least in the show.
Well, we haven't, but like, you know, they talked about Soldier Boy and stuff, and unless
They
like,
didn't talk about him as an old person, though. They talked about Soldier Boy as the first superhero.
Yeah, I guess
they
maybe
never talked about him as an old
maybe
person.
in that universe, like everyone thinks he's dead, but he's not. He's just a young guy. Yeah, who knows?
Everyone thought Liberty was dead. So it's like, I don't know that they do talk about like elderly superheroes.
Well, we've seen baby superheroes.
No, I mean, I assume
Well, we know
yeah,
that they grow
definitely
to
age.
adulthood,
Right.
but
Like, it seems like they definitely age until at least like Mesmer or Homelander's age, where they get to like late 30s probably. But we don't know that they age beyond that.
Okay, we've not seen senior citizen superheroes, correct.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm
Okay.
looking for over-the-hill superheroes. We've literally never seen that before. So for all we know, they do just kind of stop aging right around middle age. Like, I don't know.
or like maybe superheroes do age, and if you just like take a couple more doses of Compound V, you can, you know, it's like anti-aging cream. Or she's a clone,
Yeah?
or that she's just old. You know,
Yeah.
like who knows?
I mean, A-Train gets like slower.
Right.
Like Homelander's whole like, I don't even think you're in the top 20 anymore, bud. Like, and he's like 33, which I think is definitely meant to be more of like a on-the-nose reference to athletics, like
Okay, yeah.
how you're basically chewed up and spit out by that system by the time you're, you know, still relatively young to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
But
I'm really interested to see what A-Train does next.
join the boys.
Yeah. Or
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
okay,
He hasn't done anything worse than the rest of the 7.
that's fair.
No, yeah,
Like,
definitely.
he's
not.
arguably the second best member of the 7, right? Yeah. Depends on how you look at Black Noir, I guess. But Black Noir's probably done some really shitty things off camera.
Who hasn't Black Noir, who doesn't identify with any ethnicity or gender.
Yeah.
That was a really I enjoyed
Oh
that.
God, fucking Homelander just like outing
Outing
Maeve
Queen.
on live TV was so rough.
Yeah. That was very cringe.
He was like, she's gay.
Especially right after the really funny, Black Noir, who
He doesn't
doesn't
identify with a
actually
race.
identify with any race or ethnicity. So I
Got
guess
that covered.
Yeah, we got that covered. That was pretty golden. And they're going to replace A-Train with Shockwave, too, so there's another
my
God,
person.
I enjoyed the way the Deep's marriage interviews were intercut through the rest of the episode. That was a kind of a fun reveal, but I don't know. I think I want to see like that cult shit rev up very quickly because we all know where this is going, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I really enjoyed like putting 2 and 2 together. I was like, what is with these weird fucking interviews? And then
Yes.
something
and then
hit me where I was like, wait, why isn't the Deep in this episode? And then I realized, oh, these two thoughts are probably related. And then when the last woman came up and was like, super over the top, like sexual and everything, I was like, yep, this is like an interview to be the Deep's like love interest.
He's like, so yeah, no, I choose her.
Yeah,
no,
her.
it's like Catherine or something like that.
Or something like
yes.
that.
Yeah, and then he's like, but I thought I was choosing, and he's like, yeah, you do. You choose, and you're choosing Catherine. Yeah, no, I want to see this cult shit too.
Can you imagine Ed Sheeran watching The Boys because he's just a human being? Like,
Yeah. Hey, what the fuck?
What a shot out of left field.
He's
like, what did I do?
I would bet money he shows up sometime this season.
Yeah, that's
He's
definitely a
in
way
on
to
it.
parlay a cameo.
Yep.
Right? Is dude, you guys, what the
You
fuck,
guys
man?
owe
I didn't
me.
do anything to
You owe
and
me
then-
on this one.
Yeah.
Oh God, Ed Sheeran is singing at the Deep's wedding.
Ed Sheeran doing a duet with Starlight and doing that crazy what's it called thing that Huey was talking about.
You can do that wavy thing with your
vibrato.
voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wavy thing that famous people do with their voice. When Mother's Milk immediately vibrato. Mother's Milk is definitely quickly becoming my favorite character.
Right?
Like, they've developed him so well in season 2.
He really needed it too. I'm glad I'm really glad we're getting into his motivations more.
Yeah, his backstory with his dad was fucking brutal.
Mm-hmm.
So, and pretty spot on.
Billy Butcher's wife is choosing her son over him. And like I kind of suspected that it would end up going in this direction.
I mean, yeah, that was...
Choosing her son temporarily over him.
Maybe?
If she raises her son for 8 more years, then in theory she'll be allowed to leave and then be with him. In theory, once again, in theory, we all know Vought, but like in her head, she might still hold out hope that like all she has to do is finish raising her son, and then her son can be like out in the world, and then she's good to return to normal life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, for all we know...
With a healthy NDA.
Yeah. With, like, Vought's plan might just be like, yeah, no, let her raise this kid till he's 18, and then we kill her and say, oh, God, it was name a government that, they're at war with or something that killed her. Go nuts, kid.
Yeah.
Can you believe that fucking North Korea killed your mom? Baby Homelander?
But she doesn't necessarily know that.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
That's their
MO.
For all she knows, they're just like a super sketchy superhero company that's willing to cover up sexual assault, which that's most companies on planet Earth right now. Like, so, like, I don't think any of us, the companies that we work for, would suspect that they're ready to just cold-blooded murder us at the drop of a hat. Like, which we all know about Vought, but she wouldn't necessarily as like an employee who's been in the dark for like the last 10 years.
Right.
Hasn't seen a television or a newspaper in that entire length of time.
Yeah. So. And probably doesn't even know that superheroes are created.
Right. Which the show really hasn't gotten into what's going on with Homelander's kid. I think his name is Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah,
Ryan.
that's not going to be confusing for our podcast specifically.
It's a namesake.
Yeah.
I am the namesake for Homelander Jr., who hopefully will be more well-adjusted.
But yeah, then... Yes, the show hasn't gotten into the idea of generations of superheroes yet outside of Homelander and Ryan. So then you wonder if there's something else going on here. Maybe.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten into generations of like people with superpowers.
Right.
But it has gotten into like other superheroes with kids. So it's kind of like and that's why I think of the whole like lab experiment Homelander theory, because, that's the only way that he was able to pass on his genetics and turn them super. So somehow Compound V had like gotten into his genetic code. So
speaking of Homelander, he was having a regular one this episode.
Stuff. Yeah, he was.
He was on a romp.
Yeah. Fucking... God, the weirdest prostitution.
If you cut together all of his actions from episode 4 to "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen, it'd be one hell of a montage. Yeah.
Yep.
Couple
of attempted murders, couple of actual murders.
Yeah.
More than a few sexual awakenings and following repression.
Yeah, he had at least 2 sexual awakening, 3 probably. He looked somewhat into the
idea
version of himself at first before he was kind of triggered.
It's not even gay.
Yeah, I think he was triggered by the "it's not gay" line.
Right.
But up until that, he was like
into it.
Bridge too far, doppelganger.
Yeah, doppelganger really made a play there. I feel like doppelganger's best move was to get into a fucking corner and just hope that he was left alone.
He swung for the fences, you know? Alone. He made his play. Alone.
Sorry, I misgendered doppelganger. They remember.
They, yes.
Yeah, that was me. That's my fault.
Apologies.
Always the first one of the chain to really screw things up, but yeah.
You're fine. So, is just A-Train being out of the 7 the only way it's shaken up?
I mean, he's not out yet.
No, I kind of thought that scene was him being fired by Homelander.
I mean, yeah, but then, like, I didn't know how it was going to go, because then Homelander went on TV and he's like, we're not racist, we have a black guy that he had just fired.
I thought those events were reversed, were they not?
No.
I thought he was on TV first and then fired him.
No, the scene where, like, he was in the office and they said that they were letting him go was beforehand. And it was not like a "you're gone now." It was like a "we're phasing you out" type thing.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, they talked about parades and all that type of shit, I'm sure.
Retirement tour.
Yeah, they were expecting it to be pretty drawn out.
Dude, you're gonna have we have a great gig lined up for you as an insurance salesman. Everybody's gonna want to buy homeowners insurance from a member of the 7.
Yeah.
The only other thing I can think of is everybody's favorite member, Black Noir, going after Billy Butcher independently, apparently.
I think that's just like his assignment, I assume.
I feel like this show doesn't usually leave those things up to just like, that happened off screen. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if there's something going on there.
Right.
Like, Black Noir was really broken up with the whole Compound V revelation. Mm-hmm. That'd be a fun little twist
if Black Noir's just like, I want to get back at Vought, but it's all written down in crayon on a piece of paper.
I also assumed that was crayon.
Yeah, just like, but it'd have to be one word, right? Like,
yeah,
just Vought. Which is like, oh, you hate those cunts too.
And he doesn't even nod; he just stares on.
Just stares at him, and he's like, "Fuck, mate." Fucking diabolical. He just devolves into like a caricature, just constantly dropping his catchphrase.
Hey, Butcher, have you like not changed outfits in a couple of weeks?
Oh, this outfit,
that's fucking diabolical.
Oh, and then I guess Frenchie went on a bender, but that nothing really.
Frenchie.
Yeah, that was
so cringe. Kissing her, no. I still cringe physically.
Yeah. Bad move.
Oh, goddamn. Fucking Frenchie. And then, what's her name? Cherie. Just setting him straight. Like, oh yeah, making her feel better. I'm going to go ahead and say you were trying to make yourself feel better there. Oh, man. Fucking Frenchie.
What?
Frenchie kills, like, a lot of people.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
Very well, too.
It's been glossed over.
Yeah.
Because now he's a somewhat lovable,
but no,
somewhat harmless
he's
member of
committed
the boys.
actual, like, just straight up murder.
Yeah. Like, Mother's Milk doesn't seem like the type that would have committed just, like, hardcore premeditated murder. And
Mother Milk's probably like, okay, offing dudes. Butcher kills dudes that he thinks are, like, bad or just okay or in his way. Frenchie probably was just a hired gun at one point.
/ killing. He was talking about the first woman he killed, which sounds like it was like a premeditated, like, I'm going to kill this woman type thing. So, yeah.
I assumed that was like a hitman type thing. I don't think that was like a personal murder.
Maybe. Who knows, man?
I mean, yeah. Okay, so what happens if it turns out Frenchie is just a serial killer?
It's gonna add a bit of a twist, won't it?
And everyone knows, and they're just like kind of okay with it. And then Huey finds out, like, oh man, you've killed 8 people. Man, that's rough. Like, that's a rough time. And he's like, yeah, the hardest part was eating their feet. And like, what?
No, he wouldn't say what. He's just like, yeah, no, I hear ya. Like, with that weird face of his. Yeah, the feet, you know?
Oh, but Dewey, you have no idea. I'm like 6 feet. I am taller than you. Why?
Yeah, he immediately gets over it with the whole, like, just banter. Oh, Petui, go back to Starlight.
Find a woman that makes you happy.
I don't even know where we're at. Like, just like glosses over it completely.
Oh yeah, they're broken up, kind of, maybe.
They're not.
No.
I mean,
with any sense of permanence, they're not.
It's the on again, off again, starlight crossed lovers.
So
the will they, won't they?
So is her power just she can control electricity?
Yeah,
but
more or less.
Not.
I assume like I assume like photons. No, not you, Siri. Fuck.
Hey Siri, what are photons? Yeah. Why? What's the problem with electricity?
Nothing. I just found it odd that they now have 2 electricity superheroes on the 7, but whatever.
One is a storm-based superhero. One is a copper wire-based superhero.
Yeah, one is a lightning-based superhero. The other one is more of a photons within that lightning.
Yeah. No, her superpower is, like making electrons move to a different state on the atomic level. And Stormfront just makes weather.
Well,
and flies.
And flies.
I mean, hey, no, that flying, wind, weather,
okay.
It's a thing.
You could say that with literally any superpower then. You could find a way to link it to weather.
Oh, okay, so that's another thing. Do you think that Liberty's, like the superhero formerly known as Liberty, her superpowers were the same as Stormfront, or did she develop new superpowers, or is this a different person?
No, I personally think she developed, and it's like a what's it called? Like, she said she changed with the times, and maybe she had more compound V injections, and maybe that's what gives her like the anti-aging as well as like all the new creepy purple powers.
The creepy purple powers.
Yeah. The purple power eaters.
She can throw people in just directions with her lightning. That's not regular lightning. Something's going on there.
It's wind, Lucas. It's all wind.
I'm gonna say it. I kind of thought her lightning powers were gonna be stronger than they were. Whereas, like, she's got like the Palpatine shit going on. I thought that she would just like strike people down with lightning. That
I think they are against humans, but we've seen them a lot against more like superheroes.
That's
so
fair.
It's like,
fair.
Yeah, against superheroes they probably don't have the same effect. But like, I imagine if she were to go like full unlimited power on a person, she would like make their blood boil and like explode and shit.
I guess the show kind of has established that any like combat oriented superhero just like by default has super strength and endurance.
Hey, maybe she was the one that exploded Raynor's head and she just changed the barometric pressure inside of her skull.
I mean, she's definitely one of the forefront people for killing Raynor though, right? Like, not even as a joke. She's legitimately top 3
I'm
candidates.
Serious. Like, and like the only reason there's any doubt is that we didn't see fucking lightning shoot out of her. But again, we don't know all of her powers.
I mean, I was a little shook when she just straight up flew away.
Right?
I was like, "Fuck! What?"
I did not
She
know
can't
she could do
also
that.
fly.
I mean, like, I kind of assumed that she could fly. I don't really know why. I just
Yeah,
kind of
why?
assumed that was a thing.
She's just Homelander then. Like,
Right?
Yeah, no,
what's the difference?
I said this
Laser vision, replace lasers with fucking lightning from fingers. Like, I don't know. That's a little lamer.
Well, that's
No,
what I'm saying is that, like, she is legitimately in, like, I think what they're gearing up towards as strong as Homelander.
I don't think so. She was like legitimately afraid of Homelander
Right.
when he started kind of losing his temper. She had to like diffuse the situation. Like I think she's supposed to be on paper like 75% of Homelander, like probably the second most powerful member of the Seven. But I think in practice they're making her accidentally like as powerful as Homelander.
No,
I don't know if
I
that's
think that, like,
intentional.
her purpose is that she's as powerful as Homelander.
Then why did she back down from their confrontation?
Probably because it wouldn't be a good idea to just have an all-out death battle in the middle of the office.
I mean, it's not that there would have been an all-out death battle, but she wouldn't have had to be like totally kowtowing to him. She could have been more self-assured of like, yeah, no, oh, you're gonna go laser eyes on me, oh, with one of her quips or whatever. Like,
I don't think she was really
immediately
kowtowing.
Like,
Like,
whoa, whoa,
it
calm
ended with
down.
her being like, "I'm better than you."
No, it ended, but in the when Homelander turned on his laser eyes, she was like, whoa, 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 and there was definitely a little bit of like trepidation versus like her normal like couldn't be bothered. So
I also think it's more of her MO to manipulate people into getting what she wants, not just kind of like fighting them.
I'm not saying she would have fought him.
I'm agreeing with you, Ryan. Yes.
Yeah, I think she very well. She definitely would not have let it come to blows, but she would have been a lot less diffusing of the situation if she truly felt confident in her ability against Homelander. Because yeah, there's gonna be cameras everywhere. She's already about as popular, if not more popular, than Homelander, and more lucrative for Vought. So if Homelander were to attack her, there'd be videos everywhere, and like it would then she'd just come out the other end more popular if she was able to beat him.
Also, come on, if she's a Nazi, she can't kill the Ubermensch. That's against her brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might also have been another reason why she didn't want to get into a fight. Maybe she just
I'm not
likes Homelander.
Wow.
Once again, they're not going to get in a fight in my scenario. They're just she's going to be more like dismissive of the whole thing and more like in her character. But I think they deliberately had her kind of drop character for a second and be like, "Holy shit. No, don't worry about it. I was just kidding around." Like
Yeah.
start to kind of like diffuse it.
I disagree.
I also love that Homelander's realized, wait, I don't need everyone to love me so long as I love myself, and is using that realization to be even more of an asshole.
You don't need anyone to love you. Like, you're Homelander. You could kill every single person. You could literally go on an 8 billion person killing
You
spree,
could just raise the earth to the ground.
and nothing would stop you. So yeah, no, you don't need anyone to love
Except
you.
Stormfront, the Nazi.
God fucking damn it, I don't think so. I really don't.
Wait, Andrew,
We'll
do you
see.
want them to fight or fuck? I'm confused now.
I just want them. I want them both to die. But
Who do you think is the more clearly like this is the main villain? Like it's Homelander, right? You're willing to say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so if it's Homelander, then she's not going to like win a fight with him. That literally can't happen. So then that's that, isn't it? Like she's gonna die from probably Homelander. So therefore you kind of get the like, okay, she's very like she's like number 2, but
Ooh.
she still doesn't really challenge Homelander sort of thing in terms of power.
Actually, that's a good question. Do we think Stormfront makes it through the season?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I think this is a 1-season arc.
I kind of
fair.
think so too.
Okay. Okay.
And like an intriguing one, but yeah, I think that it's going to be more ammunition for the boys with her Liberty background and everything, and then also she'll eventually die like the same way that they finally had a little bit of a grip with what's her name, Elizabeth Shue. I don't know what's the character's name.
What?
The executive from last season.
Stillwell?
Yeah, Stillwell. Like they had a little bit of dirt finally on Stillwell, and like then Homelander just eliminated Stillwell, so they were like, well, back to square one. So that feels like that might be another part this season where they're like, oh, we finally have a little bit of a foothold on taking down Vought and all the soups with Liberty and Stormfront, and then Homelander's like, I don't give a fuck about Stormfront. Stormfront?
Just throws her in, like, pile drives her into the core of the earth or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Whatever.
Literally anything.
Yep. Space.
Throws her into the sun.
Yeah.
Why not? He's fucking Homelander.
And on that note, I think we do a clap sync and get to the wiki wind down.
I think we changed it again, but I forgot what it was.
Fuck.
What? Oh, yeah, fuck. What was it? The wiki wrap up.
Wiki wrap up.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the wrap up.
Wiki wrap up. Okay. You know what? I see it. I can see how that works.
There's a whole bunch of sirens just going off.
Are there a bunch of boat horns?
Although, shit, I realize now that, Andrew, we never talked about the lighthouse.
I already talked about the lighthouse like months ago.
You want to talk?
Also, isn't the wiki wrap up on Voluntary Viewing kind of more of like a follow us on Twitter, see you later, bye?
Yeah, but like I realized we skipped some stuff because we got wrapped up in talking about The Boys. The Little Hours is a good movie and everybody should watch it. It's on Netflix.
Okay. It's okay.
Wow.
Were you in an elevated state to enjoy movie?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so
yeah,
that's fair.
Albury Plaza, Alison Brie, Dave Franco. What more could you want?
Yeah.
John C. Reilly.
Oh man.
Good story.
What's his name from Portlandia?
Good directing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good cinematography.
No.
Yeah.
Like those guys were also in the movie.
I know.
Oh.
Lucas said, "What more could you want?" So I started naming things that I want in a good movie, other than just
those actors.
Names of actors that I don't even think are that good necessarily. Like,
ooh, cinematography.
John C. Reilly definitely has cred.
Oh yeah,
but like all the other ones, I can take or leave. Like they're fine. They've had good roles and bad ones.
That's fair.
It was just kind of an inconsistent movie. The tone never really set, and I don't know. The jokes were so focused on when they happened that they were almost like not that funny because of it. The types of humor kept kind of like switching around. Not like it wasn't a bad movie. It's just I don't think it was that great.
I don't know. I think it was weird in a way that captures the everyday weirdness of life, and I'm kind of a sucker for that.
The everyday weirdness of life. It was like 1400s Italy in a like a nunnery.
Yeah.
And like fucking, but like everyone still just talked like modern day vernacular.
Yeah.
They say it's lit.
And like it's a really funny concept that I think just kind of was not delivered super well.
Someone walks in the nunnery and says Cactus Jack sent me. They all say it's lit.
I think somebody might. I think one of the guards might have said that's a lit when they found the turtle with the candle on it.
I don't think they said that's lit.
I don't know. That was a funny bit, though.
Lucas is rewriting the movie.
Yeah.
In his head canon, he has already written funny bits.
God damn it.
Car horn.
Well, on that note, thank you all so much for listening to the 112th episode of the Voluntary Viewing Podcast, whatever the episode title ends up being. Also recorded on September 13th, 2020, by the way. If you like what you heard, like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on Twitter at V2_podcast. Send us emails with questions or business opportunities, voluntaryviewing@gmail.com. If you're financially able, be sure to make a donation to the Act Blue link in the description down below. That will help out a collection of great causes. And of course, you can donate to our Patreon if you want more episodes like these. Shout outs to the people currently donating: Tiffany Cole, Sucky Badger, and Sensual Richard Nixon. Also follow me on Twitter at Lucas the Writer. I got a good Twitter. That's all you need to know. You want your bird app to be better? Follow me. What are we closing out on, guys?
I think we usually just say bye.
Oh.
Yeah. See ya.
Goodbye. New quarantine cast episode tomorrow. Goodbye. See you then. Bye. Bye.